Well, it's a dark and gloomy day in Tennessee, but it's bright and shiny right here as we're getting ready to start framing. So excited. You got a load of lumber down there. Site's limited on storage space for lumber, so I had to do it in loads. But that's all coordinated with the lumber company. I just call them up and say send load number 2, number 3. We're all set. We got the mobile office set up with the laptop and the drawings. We got the Bosch level set up to make sure everything's level. Now all I need is some carpenters. Where'd they go? Well, it's slow go. We've got our 2 corners up, and they're tall. Those are over 14 feet. That back wall was 15 feet tall. Usually the first day it's kind of slow anyway. See, my computer's even going to sleep. Right now we're just trying to get lumber organized. Okay, if any of you lightweights out there think you're a real man, you need to come and meet Chicky. He just moving this whole pile from down there to up here so we can dump another load tomorrow. The first wall, it's almost 14 feet tall. The rest of the joist will sit on walls that are on top of the walls, but these joists sit on top of that wall because I dropped the floor down so that we have less steps going down into the garage. I left the clips sticking out of the wall. Now they're coming in handy. Have you ever been in one of those situations where you say to yourself, what have I created? What kind of monster have I created? This is it. One thing you want to do when you're framing is make sure that your dimensions are the same at the bottom of your wall and the top of your wall. So we were just doing math, not too complicated, to figure out what that little plate needs to be in the middle to make sure that outside dimension is 33 feet. Then we have to adjust our braces and make it all plumb again, but we're thinking it's going to work out just right. Okay, I've got an architect friend. She's helping me, and we've decided to move this window over here. And we caught it just in time. Paco had framed up that opening, well, he hadn't put the header in yet, but now we're going to put boom, boom, boom. Your punishment for changing is that you have to be in my vlog.
Get on tape?
Huh?
So you're taping these conversations.
Everyone, this is Gayla Strickland. She's a friend of mine, architect, and she's helping.
Yes!
And we had a last minute change.
Racing in.
We caught Paco just in time for that 3rd window right there.
Whatever is up here just needs to be clean of joints as possible.
So where's my other? Let's show a comparison here.
Okay.
So that's what we had. That's what Tony had. Just the desperate design build contractor. And so now we're starting to refine it.
Yeah.
And think about materials.
Yes, and up here, this is kind of the tightest siding you can get, which is, I mean, 4, 6 is fine. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then you widen down to like 12 down here.
That's cool.
And then, I like that it breaks up the height.
So up here, you're saying just some kind of panelized?
It could be, yeah, hardy panel.
So our 4-foot joints will still come in handy.
Yeah,
maybe.
But you don't have enough of a plane to make joints a big deal. you know?
Right.
So I think they can go away.
Then that happens, that just turns the corner.
That turns the corner, and then over here, yeah, there. Okay. And so we solved
I love
that.
it.
And that can just run across.
I was going to ask you, I wonder if it's okay if I break my rule of squareness, not too much, but I guess,
You can pull them down.
because I really wanted to kind of be able to see out of those, and right now they're like right here on my eyes,
Right.
and I'm going to be sitting right here looking out. It'll be nice to,
Yeah.
but, well, I like it.
Pull those down. Yes, you can pull those down.
It's going to be nice.
Yeah.
We got all our details worked out.
All of them. Everything.
Thanks, Gayla. First beam going up. 20 foot, 18 inch LVL. Heavy. It's only 200 pounds. Right. You can see here, there's a post underneath that LVL that the span of the LVL is placed from there to there because we have a footing in the concrete right there and also one over there where that post comes down. So all that was planned out in the beginning, and I'll show you here in the drawing kind of how I do that is I take these post looking things and I run them all the way through the house so I can see how they affect other things. Like here I had to move this one. As you can see, it was in a doorway, but I moved it over and I just haven't moved it in the drawing, but we moved it in real life in the concrete and the posts. It's looking good. We got all of our structural pieces up for the basement, all the major walls. Been a long day. This is after 2.5 days, not bad. They've almost got all the floor joists on for the main floor level, the second floor. These will get cut off to 3 feet cantilevered. They're sticking way out now, but they'll get cut off. We'll pop a line on them, cut them off straight. So anyway, it's like 5 o'clock. I'm headed home and I'm happy. Okay, so we're about halfway through day 3 and we're starting decking. Yes, I'm so excited. Got all our floor joist in, got our stairwell in, LVLs. Now you may be wondering why I didn't use trusses. I prefer trusses, but in this case, actually I like dimension number 2 because what it allows me to do in my shop is leave it exposed. In other words, I don't have to drywall that. If you use a floor truss or any kind of engineered floor system, you got to put drywall on the bottom of it. But if you use conventional framing, you don't have to. And I love wood, so. And I also love engineered products because obviously these LVLs, that's 3 18-inch LVLs are a lot stronger than kind of dimension we could come up with of the same size. So this is one thing I like to do too. I like to run my water line through a conduit and it runs all the way out to the street. That way, if I ever have to replace the water line, we actually fished it from this end all the way out. So that's why the coil's still here. So then I'll have a pressure reducing valve and the filtration system and all that right here. And then the water heater will be sitting on a stand and it goes up. It's a direct vent and vents out up there in that portion of the wall that's not concrete. Another detail that's not going to be familiar to a lot of people, and that is this detail where I actually dropped the floor down inside the foundation wall, and then of course here it sits on top of the framed walls at the step. But this eliminates a step in the garage, which is on the other side of this wall. I eliminated a whole riser, and really more, possibly 2 risers depending on how it works out, coming up from the garage floor, which is about there, into the main house. And that may not seem like a big deal, but when you're fighting for space in your garage, you want as few steps as you can get by with going up into the main part of the house. So it started raining today on Saturday, so they didn't come, but I wanted to get some pictures to kind of finalize this vlog for this first week. The one thing I was concerned about was maybe the windows weren't large enough. There's lots of area in here. I think once the siding is on, it'll be fine. If I have to, I can always maybe poke a window in somewhere. I don't know. I hate messing with it too much before it's actually finished framing. So, appreciate you guys watching. Next week should be a big week. We should get all of the outside walls up, at least, probably all the inside walls too. And it's gonna be cool. Thanks for watching, guys. Nice.